bees are living in there. A few of them around right now. So we're gonna work our way up that hill and see what's going on up there. And wow, we're up here. Now, I thought I heard for a few nights there, I thought I heard a tractor up here or something, and some music playing. It was always at nighttime, and I just kind of thought somebody was up here getting firewood or something on a tractor. No, they've got a whole bulldozer up here. And there used to be a hill climb that came up onto this trail. This used to be a four-wheeler trail. Kinda. I think this is the right one. And we're gonna see if we can find that trail. There used to be a four-wheeler trail, big hill climb that came up from my neighborhood way down there up on these trails. Wow. Can't believe I just cut it in like this. That's pretty cool though. It was pretty overgrown, so it's not terrible that they did this. Well, there's part of the hill climb right there. Looks like it came up over here. Oh, yep. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see that right there. This right here. Oh, all the way down. And then up that there. That was a hill climb. So wait a minute. Here's, can you see me? Here's the original part of the trail. It was here. I don't know what this was, an old logging road way back when, I think. And it looks like they're gonna start logging it again. So yeah, that lower part, they did just cut that in. I was thinking that's a lot closer to my house than I remember. I don't know. Seemed like a long winter though. So maybe I was like thinking maybe I'm crazy, you know. No, it was a lot closer. But we're gonna loop around here and walk down almost into the strip job down there. And we'll loop back around this way later, or maybe if we can, we'll come in on that lower trail. So here it is, little loop. You go that way, it comes out on the mountain road. There's you go up there and there's two trails. It doesn't look like they're up there. Doesn't look like they did back here any. Here's some dozer tracks. So this looks mostly original. Looks like this is where they drove a dozer in or something. I don't know, one day we'll take a walk up there. Or we can take a walk up the middle and loop around. There's a lot of little trails back here. It's pretty neat. And here it is. Here's where they come up. I think that's where it comes up out of that first trail by my house that we came up on. Yeah, you can see where they're dragging the trees. The skidder. So the other day, my wife, she came out as soon as I got home. She's like, boy, these guys are out there cutting trees in the woods right by our house. And it was making the dogs go nuts, I guess. And here, sure enough, I could see them. They're cutting them trees down. And then I was out in the garage for a while, and I seen the skidder come and pick a bunch up and took it up in. So it looks like they're, I don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to clean this stuff up or what they're going to do. So this is pretty interesting. It doesn't look like, I don't know, maybe they're getting up there. I don't know. I'm going to keep going down here and see what we find. This is a surprise, honestly. So look at this muck. I don't think we'll be getting up here on four-wheelers anytime soon. So let's see if we can get through this without getting our feet stuck. So we're getting up there in the woods a little bit. This loops around the mountain here. Oop, hold on. It loops around the mountain, goes woo, around way out down there, and comes back down into a little road down. It comes back down into our town. And there's a hill climb up here. I'm anxious to see what they did there. And it goes up to the top of this hill. There's more trails up there. So I wonder if they're doing anything up there. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Boy, they really got this all mucked out. Look at that. Deep mud. It's good. I mean, looks like up to my knee deep. You can see where they're dragging the trees through. But what a mess. They screwed up my hill climb. They screwed up our hill climb. Yeah. It looks like they're cutting in up there too. Looks like they're cutting in up there. Huh. Which way do we go? Uphill? That way just comes back out into Cardiff. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Whew, buddy. They're cutting in there. Cutting up here. Right in the sun. I can't see. Looks like they're went all the way up there. Let's go have a look-see. See what it looks like up there. Little ways. And it's all mush. All mush. I'm gonna go this way. It doesn't look like they came down. Oh yeah, they cut in right there. They did a good job of hiding that road. So, let's get up to the top. See what's going on up there. I think I've got enough time. The sun's still up there. So, oh, wonder where that one goes. One of these days, come up here and I don't know, explore all these, see where they go. Ooh, sorry, I'm breathing heavy. This hill's pretty steep. We're almost to the top. Let's keep going. Oh, not much further. This is it. We have summited, or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't look like they made their way up this way. They did cut in right up around there. But one of these days we have a little more daylight. Head in those directions. We'll see that in the next video. For now, we're gonna head back down. Walk all the way up just to go back down. And we're gonna hang a right and see what's going on back there. So there's where we are. Woodpecker over there. And we're going back down this way. And there's that road right there. I think I showed it to you already, actually. Oh no, that woodpecker's that way. Unless there's two of them. Could be two of them. So this is a pretty decent hill to walk up. I've done it a few times. My sister came from the military one time and we wanted to take a little walk. And before we come up my house, you know, we got all these trails up here. We walked all the way up here, all the way around the mountain, back down around into my back road into my house. And coming up this hill, you know, she's a military girl, you know. I was kind of surprised because I had to stop and wait for her a couple times. But I thought that was kind of funny. Anyways, we're going to keep going back down. Go back down. And we have enough daylight, I'm pretty sure. We might have to hang a right and keep going and loop around. So I don't know if we might have daylight to just loop back. We'll see. Boy, critters make some of the goofiest noises. There's a woodpecker up there making all kind of racket. I don't know if it's him or something else making a noise. I'd really like to go up that way and wrap around. If it were earlier in the day, maybe next time, one of these other videos sometime when we get to exploring up there, maybe we'll find a way to come down that road. But we'll see. So my YouTube channel is going to take a little different turn. Didn't go in the direction I really wanted it to go in. I mean, it's going to be a lot of garage stuff and fiddling with stuff. But I also want to do some hiking and exploring and camping videos and grass cutting, wood cutting, home remodeling, all the above, you know. So I'm kind of trying to come up with a new name for my channel because it's not everything I do is a no-buck solution, you know. I'm pretty good at saving money and coming up with ways. But that's not what my YouTube video is about, or my YouTube content is about. I just want to do stuff and videos and junk. And junk. So, anyways, we're gonna keep working our way down. And I'm gonna keep working on putting out some content for the YouTube so you guys can all see a little bit of the surrounding area that I live in. Maybe we'll try and get set up to take some motorcycle rides, explore some of these really nice roads and the scenery around here. It's a very beautiful area, honestly. And there's just a lot to see around here. A lot of old hidden little gems and old little coal mining remnants. Oh my, I saw a quicksand right there, buddy. Woohoo, buddy. Sorry, I dropped you. Look at that. Oh my. I sunk in about a foot or more. Look at that. Look at that hole. My, I almost freaking... I was watching where I was going too. I wasn't even really watching the camera. Just looked like solid ground. And it's not solid ground. Look at that. Oh no. Oh. Alright, well I'm gonna let you go and work my way down through this muck. And I'll update you when I get somewhere down there. And we're to the bottom. And like I said, it's steep, but it's not too bad. It's a pretty good elevation climb, but it's not Mount Everest or anything. Look at all this muck. Hopefully I can walk through this. Wow. Wow, look at all that. I wonder how I get through here. Boy, there ain't no way. We're gonna have heck of a four-wheel drive four-wheeler to get through here. Look at these things. Holy crap. So, like I was saying, gonna change up my YouTube content a little bit. I don't want to keep doing the same old stuff all the time in the dingy old garage. That's just where I spend my downtime. It's starting to get nice out now. We're going to be doing a lot of this exploratory stuff. And we'll get into something cool here soon. One of the four-wheelers or a square body, or maybe we'll just turn this whole channel into hiking and day camping, cooking. That's right too, I got a Blackstone. I'm gonna season that thing up here. Holy cow, look at these ruts. How are we gonna get through here? So anyways, just be ready for a name change, and content's gonna be a little different coming out. I was just kind of trying to start something up and kind of get more camera savvy, a little more comfortable in front of the camera, which I'm not. But I do stuff like this. I do stuff like this kind of a lot. And I can't believe what they did to this trail. That's crazy. Huh. For now, it's pretty much devastated for any of our four-wheelers. But let's keep going. So look at that. I wonder if that one cut in comes out right there. That's a hell of a hill climb right there. I know the camera don't do it, but dang, I wouldn't want to. That'd be kind of scary to do. That's really steep. Man, I wish a camera would pick that up. This is a little steep. My wife's scared of this hill. I made her get used to it because it's not bad at all. I mean, it's not, didn't used to be bad. But now they're doing this, we got another cutting down there. Look at all them, look at all that wood. All that wood. I'm anxious to get down here and see what they did with the field. There was a field down here. When you came in on the four-wheelers, it was like a whoop section. So, there was a big mud hole right down here. Oh, excuse me. There was also, as I was saying, a big mud hole down here. And I see it still looks like to be there. Look at that. Look at that. Pick your shit up, man. I wonder what they're going to do with it. Huh. So, it's funny how the Game Commission years ago gave us a hard time for riding on these trails. You know, they don't want the four-wheelers ruining the trails. We got caught back here one time. We just left our house. Used to be a big riding spot back here. Holy Nikes. Look at this. I can't believe my eyes. Anyways. Crazy. We'll see, I'll show you in a second. Hi, Shadow. Anyways, that's where we just came from. Whoa, what'd they do? That's crazy. They just flattened it right out. Just took everything. As I was saying, there used to be a big riding spot back here. Hill climbs, jumps, play areas, you know, little fire pit in the middle. Really cool spot. Pretty big. Everybody used to bring our four-wheelers and ride back there. All this back here. And that's crazy. Anyway, so DCNR don't want four-wheelers back here, you know, because we're hurting the land. So they give us fines for riding back here. And lo and behold, they lease the land off to guys with bulldozers and motors, and this is on the other side of the road that I'm talking about. And they just wiped it out, cleared it completely flat, just like this, completely flat. And now it looks, yeah, see those whoops right there? All these whoops, 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 whoops. That's what it was like coming all the way in. There's a field just like that, looked like that, coming into the trail. Not anymore. This junk. Free gas. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. You know me. Do you? What do you think? I'm gonna carry it all the way back? Psh, you're crazy. So, anyways, I don't know. Should we keep going or turn around? So there's a road back to my house, and it looks like they just cut in up through here. And then up here is gonna be right here. Four-wheeler trail came up through there and then around in here. And they just cut down through. So anyways, we're gonna take a break here, and then I think we're gonna head out back that way and avoid society. We'll come back down off the hill into my house, right into my yard. So look at this, pretty cool back in here. Wow, it's crazy how quick things like that can happen. And I never really heard them like 1 or 2 nights. That's crazy what a guy with a bulldozer can accomplish. So yeah, maybe it'll benefit. Maybe when they're done, we'll have like more trails to ride around this area if they let us, or they'll gate it all up like they do everything. And you know how it works. Can't enjoy anything without repercussions anymore. So I'm gonna grab a little quick break here, and then we're gonna head back that way. Come off the hill. Sun's starting to go down, but we should make it back right around sundown. So I'll give it 5 minutes and then we'll head out. So we're headed back, and I know I could totally take the shortcut and go down around to the road right there. But I don't want to. I want to walk back the trail, see if I can beat the sundown. Maybe we'll see the sunset on top of the hill. So I'll update you if I see Bigfoot or anything crazy happens. Ooh. She's a steepin' to be walking up. So we're coming up on the original part of the trail that we first started on. And then there's this cut down in, which I'm gonna assume, I'll say 90% positive, that cuts in on that lower part by my house. So we're gonna head out that way. And anyways, I didn't mean like this is earlier when I said it might benefit us. I just meant as a riding spot. Like, I don't necessarily agree with what they did here, but at the same time, gotta eventually take care of some of the overgrowth or it just gets out of hand. So anyways, we're gonna walk down here and see if this comes out where I think. And it looks like this is where we came up in at. And there's all my pine trees. I always top on a big patch of pine trees. All 14 of them are all mine. Do something with them sometime. So we're gonna head back down the hill. There's my house. And my garage. And I'll see you down there. So how's Bunny? Home. So go down, unlock the garage. Take this hoodie off because I'm sweating. And we're back at the dingy old garage. So I hope you enjoyed that video. A little exploring. Yeah, some content to come. Cool stuff. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video as I enjoyed making it. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna mess around with these things for a while. Then I'm gonna go in and hang out with my dogs and my wife and my cats. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.